the GLA book. The Global Leadership Award was very beautifully conceptualized. Again, Yadyada Charati Shreshtaha. Take the best examples and present into the world, because world needs inspiration. World needs examples. And when this idea was mooted during the 100th birthday festival, and a team came forward led by Gauri Shankar, that why don't we do an award ceremony where we recognize the best of the business leaders. And that sounded antithetic to a service spiritual organization. Why should we celebrate business leaders or policy makers or leaders from the workaday world? Why should we not call saints and sages and rishis and munis and award them? It looked a little actually opposite to the idea of a spiritual organization. But then the idea is that artha or dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Artha is not antithetic to spiritual growth. Artha can be a means of your growth, because through artha or wealth, you can support the society. And that is why these people have to be celebrated, because they have created wealth for the society through righteous means, through dharma. Dharma is the foundation, artha has been earned. And that is how they also will go to moksha. Why? Karmanaiva hi sansiddhim. They also will attain perfection because they are doing right action. So why don't we put them on the stage? And some of the best minds of the world, not just India, came here. The CEOs and presidents and founders of great organizations, both public as well as private, international as well as national, who have made a huge difference. They have employed hundreds of thousands of people, created jobs for them, made their families prosper, made their children go to colleges, helped them access the basic amenities of life through their enterprising nature. And they have done it all well, very compliant, very legal, very ethical. And that's another example that we must follow. So this came out, and the beautiful book that has come, I have to be grateful to Sunil Gavaskar ji, Ashish Chauhan ji, Balasubramaniam, and so many more, a plethora of people, the great business tycoons of the country who have lent their time, energy, ideas and dedication to bring out this award, and all of them are there in the book. And the beauty of this book is that you must all get a copy, because every single leader, when they asked me, this business today people, how do you want to capture their life's journey and their ideals? So when I met each of them, I told, please tell the core principle of your leadership, the main thought behind your all ideas and works. One, that single core idea, because we can write any amount of wisdom about leadership, and each of them is a stalwart. So they picked up, and I told business today, please pick up one shloka or one phrase from Sanskritam somewhere in some scripture, and make that as the title of that article on that one particular leader. Like, see, here is a leadership story of Mr. Ram Dorai, who was the ex-CEO of Tata Consultancy Services, right? He is the one, he is also on our board. And Mr. Ram Dorai, who was the former Vice Chairman, MD and CEO Tata Consultancy Services, and presently is the chairperson of Mission Karma Yogi Bharat. So I said about his life, when he is talking about his story of his leadership, get one shloka, one phrase in Sanskritam, so that becomes the way we present leadership. Gone are the days of borrowing Western ideas of leadership from business studies, case studies from those business schools of the Ivy League colleges. Let us bring our own leadership ideas to fore. And this is what it is. So his idea, in his story it's written, Buddhi yukto jahatiha, ubhe sukrata dushrute, tasmad yogaya ujjasva, yoga karmasu kaushalam. Our university's motto, yoga karmasu kaushalam, guides the life's journey of Mr. Ram Dorai. So like that, for each of these business tycoons, there is one shloka or one subhashita or some Sanskrit phrase from some Smriti or Purana, which is the guiding message. That is how this is the first time business today people must have done this much of research in Sanskrit. But the good part is that we are bringing the Indian thought of leadership borrowed from our own scriptures, from Bhagavad Gita, from Puranas, from our Smritis, from Shruti. And that is what is this book about. This is different from other leadership editions of business magazines. So please get a copy for yourself, read and get inspired. And hopefully some of you who will turn out to be good, great leaders in the future would be inspired by some idea from this book somewhere. That is my hope. So I also want to congratulate this entire team of Global Leadership Award. They have worked very, very hard to reach out to so many people. So many of them flew in here received the award. Some received at their place because they were too old to travel or they were too busy to travel. And this whole team has done a wonderful job. So a lot of blessings and congratulations to Global Leadership Award team.